It was, I thought it was a great victory for our guys. I thought we played defensively for 17, 18 minutes at the start of the first half. Just like outstanding, the defense. I was disappointed we lost a little bit of our edge there for a while, but I thought our guys showed really good resilience when they came back, cut it to 4 with no panic, with no, didn't get rattled, took care of the ball, got good shots. So I thought that was great. This is the second straight game where when the game got tight, our crowd really energized us. So I thought we had just a great turnout 2 straight nights. I think they said well over 1,500 students here. So we're appreciative of that. That doesn't go unnoticed, for sure. The things that I'll look at, and obviously we have a lot to learn and grow. That's what happens early in the season. But what I like, Javon really struggled the first half. And the mark of maturity is what happens when you don't have your A game. And he came back and played really, really well in the second half. I thought Jamal and knocked down shots, but I think he's got 1 turnover in 2 games. That's pretty good point guard play. I think we got some really good contributions off the bench. Like, it only shows that Gonar Mar had 1 bucket. But I thought defensively, we made our run with him in the game, and we wanted to get him out just to get a breather because we thought we were going to have to play him down the stretch, and then, the next guys came in. But that's, the unsung part of it. And when Josh Aduro was really playing well, the 2 biggest cheerleaders on the bench were Greg and AJ, so that's what we want to foster, is that unselfishness. And the last thing I'd say is I think that's a heck of a team. I mean, they really moved that ball. They put 4 and sometimes 5 3-point shooters on the floor. They're really well coached. I think they're going to win. I think they're going to win a lot of games. And for us defensively, I think about 18 minutes the first half and maybe the last 8-10 minutes of the second half was really high-level defense. Now we want to extend it for the entire 40, but I do think that you got to get a lot of credit to Longwood.
Questions for Javon, you were draining those pivotal threes in the second half when you were going back and forth. What was really going through your head?
Really just letting the game come to me. Knowing I had a bad first half and foul trouble, missing all my shots, and I let that get to my head. And I think, all my teammates, even Dazi, he shocked me because he came to me when we was going to the locker room. He was like, "Yo, pick your head up. You got a whole new half to go." Ian did the same thing, Justin. So just going down the line. So I feel like that kind of helped me go into the second half with a different mentality, and I let the game come to me. So
career high for you tonight in points. Can you look like you're attacking those ball screens pretty hard, getting into the paint? Can you tell me a little bit about what you saw in the defense and how you're set up to attack there?
For the past 2 years I've been here, that's all we worked on was attacking ball screens, the point guards. And we had an emphasis today on getting downhill and getting in the paint, because if I do that, it'll open up a lot for me and for my teammates as well. So that's what I focus on going in pre-game, last couple of practices. That's all I've been working on, and just had a good result.
I guess for both of you, kind of turned into a 3-point shooting contest in the beginning of the second half there. You just talk a little bit about what that's like, either one of you. I guess, Javon, you hit 4 of them, I think, in the second half. But when you guys are just trading threes like that, what's that feel like as a player?
Well, when you're hitting them, it's fun, but, coming down in the defense, if they match them, that's not fun. So we just had to, lock in and know our assignments. And we slipped up, but we still found a way to get the win, and we showed grit, and that's what I like about our team. We didn't give up because we could easily just let them, let the game go away, but we didn't. We fought and came out to win. So.
For me, knocking down threes is always a fun thing, especially when I see Vaughn. He, especially in the second half after the first half he had, I could just see he had a lick in his eye every time I get it. If the hand is down, I'm a shooter. I could tell. So. I definitely try and give them the ball in certain situations, and I think our teammates is also doing the same as well. But most of the threes that we always get wide open threes like that because the way we execute our offense. Again, we getting the second actions, another ball screen, another pinch, or post entry pass. So we just did a good job of doing that and driving the paint. That's what got us some good threes.
Anything else for the players?
Freshman in for a long stretch in the second half, especially when the lead started to slip away, started to get a little uncomfortable there. Can you tell me, was that intentional to get those guys some experience in pressure situations? Am I thinking too much?
Yeah, you're probably thinking too much. I mean, they're Josh had 10 points, was playing really, really well. Xavier, obviously off a great game the other night, and while he didn't necessarily, score the same level, I mean, that kid number 3 is a handful. And now he got in the paint a couple times on X, but X really did the job defensively. And Dot Z, he's this far away from just breaking out of it, and he looked like he's still trying to get his sea legs. But the kid had 4 rebounds and 3 assists in 11 minutes, and he can really defend. And also at our pace, we have to do that if we're going to press and play full court. That's a fast pace, and that team makes you chase. We really had to chase and move. So part of it was just, keeping fresh bodies out there. And I think the nature of this team is that you're going to see different finishing lineups pretty much every night. And that, when our guys embrace that, we really develop the kind of depth that we think we can develop, I think that'll really be helpful.
Perspective, what is going through your head when you're up by 15-0 to begin the beginning of the game?
I see the missed box out or the missed rotation where they missed a 3. I'm like, that's going to bite us in the rear end if we don't get that corrected. So our guys think I'm probably crazy, but there were still 15-0. It was a defensive clinic, and then we gave up some looks that they missed. But it was kind of fool's gold. If you give that team those looks, if they can play the way they want to play, they're really dangerous. And so that was it, and I think at times offensively, when things come a little easy, then guys, they break out of, they forget why it was easy because of our execution. So that's, I'm a perfectionist, and I'm not going to apologize for that. But that was a way to be energized and focused from the start, for sure.